back in downtown Bisbee, and wind blowing pretty good. Sorry about the wind noise, but I wanted to show you this building. This is the original Bisbee City Hall, and if you notice those two bays right there, that was the original fire station. And they actually ran horse-drawn fire apparatus out of that way back in the day. But now it's just part of old downtown Bisbee. I'm going to show you around a little bit, maybe give you a little bit of a walking tour. I showed you some of this stuff the other day when I did the windshield tour, but yeah. The building right in there is the Copper Queen Hotel, and that's a big old thing. The mining museum is the building right in front of it. You hear a lot of talk. Let me get across the street here before I get run over. You hear a lot of talk about ghosts in Bisbee, and I don't know about all that, but I certainly wouldn't doubt it. There's a lot of people probably passed away here under nefarious circumstances. But this thing is set up as a tourist area now. You can see if you look right there, they still used to run streetcars, and you can still see part of the tracks from the streetcars. They got these big ore buckets here from the mines. A lot of these old storefronts, and the place over there, it's right in the middle of the picture. It says the Table. It's called the Bisbee Table. That's a restaurant. They tell me the food's pretty good there. And look at the big old chains. One thing you learn about Bisbee is there's a lot of stairs, and so every place you go, you're going downstairs or upstairs. We're going to walk across here to the Bisbee Historic District, established in 1880. This up straight here, by the way, is known as Brewery Gulch. And Brewery Gulch, way back in the day, used to be the home of a lot of bars and brothels, and that's where the old miners would go to blow off some steam. So, walk up here and show you the little mine train they have here. And notice these things, none of these things are very, very tall because the mine tunnels aren't very tall. See, they always have the end dump ore cars and car to carry concrete. There's a little motor to run the thing. Everything's electric. There's a gunite sprayer to spray the inside of the mine tunnel with gunite, keep the rock from falling out. And powder car, that's the explosives. Sanitation car. Somebody with a motorcycle going by. Sanitation car, you can kind of figure out what that was for. That'd be a real thrill to have to do your business in front of everybody. There's one of the lifts when they used to drop the miners down in the shaft. They call it a cage. The wheels and the big drums for the winches. Look at this polished up rock there. Isn't that something? All that green stuff there is actually copper oxide. That's a copper bearing rock. That's what they were after when they went in the mountain. There's another picture, another one over here. Okay. We'll walk up here just a little bit. Isn't this gorgeous? One thing about these old communities is they weren't very handicap friendly. Look at that stairway back there. There's not a whole lot of, if you're stuck in a wheelchair, there's not a whole lot of places you can go. But whenever you hear people talk about Bisbee, this is the part of town they always show. And well, folks, here's the entrance to the mine tour, and I took that tour last Wednesday. The wife and I went on that, but I didn't do any filming because it was all underground, and of course it's kind of hard to do. So today I figured I'd bring you and show you the visitor center and explain to you how the process worked on the tour. I got permission to shoot in here, but first let me show you around here. This is what the little trains that we were on look like. And you kind of straddle that thing, ride it like a motorcycle. And as you can, they got little electric tugs they pull them with. But we went on one just like that, and you can see the track down there where when they get real busy, they run this one as well. But this is what the inside, the waiting room looks like. Got a nice, big, beautiful fireplace there. And what they do when they get ready for the tour is they line you up here, and they give you an orange safety vest and a hard hat, and they give you one of these lights. And that way you can shine the light anywhere you want to. And there's a little pocket on the vest that this battery pack goes into. And then the section on the other side here is what the light itself looks like. And they give you one of those so that you have a light to shine around. But they also have there's where you check in and pay your money. And you got a lot of this rock. I don't know if this all come local. A lot of this stuff looks like it probably came from some other place. But gift shop here, they got the normal t-shirt stuff. And these t-shirts are pretty cool. They got a lot of this stuff here, and those look like Himalayan salt lamps to me. And this is also the visitor center, so you can get all kinds of information on the area. And this is another thing that kind of explains how the mines work and how that's kind of the way they used to do it in the old days. And yeah, when you got something that goes straight down like that, it's called a shaft. And when you got something that's horizontal, that's a tunnel. And when you got something that follows a vein that comes down a crazy angle or something, that's called a drift. And you can see down here, this is an example of the various levels of a mine. Usually they're separated by about 100 foot of solid rock, but there's a diorama showing about how they crib stuff up and how they dump the rock. Like here, they would shift the rock and they would dump the rock down into there, and then they'd run a little cart underneath the bottom of that and open up that little door and dump it into the cart. And there's the cart to take it outside. There's an example of some of the drills they used. The old original drills weren't, they didn't have any kind of dust suppression system on them, and they were just a noisy, dusty, filthy, dirty operation. And because you're breathing all that dust, and a lot of the miners had developed silicosis from the silicon. And of course, that's once you get mud in your lungs, there's no way to get it back out again. There's no way to clean it. Just figured I'd give you a quick walk through of the visitor center so you can see what it looks like and what's here. Let me get this young lady here. She probably doesn't want to be on camera.
That's all right. How are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good.
Anyway, once more, there's the information desk at the visitor center. Figured I'd give you a quick look at it. So as I always tell you, take care of each other, love each other, and I'll be back with you again with another one pretty quick. But for right now, I'll just tell you, peace out.